What's up, guys? Welcome to the channel. So nice to see you again. Today I wanted to do a follow-up video on the video on my channel that has been watched the most of all my videos. And that video is a cover of Human Nature by Michael Jackson. The guitar part is played by Steve Lukather. I've been a fan of his for all my life. My dad always listened to Toto at the house, and there is a picture of me that I'm like 1.5 years old, and I have this like toy guitar, and I'm like totally rocking out with Toto on and stuff. So that's cool. The cover that I did was in like December 2020, so almost 4 years ago. So it was like COVID times galore. And I think I had read the biography by Luke somewhere around that time. And so I was inspired to get into his whole discography and stuff. Discography? Yeah. So, and that's how I stumbled on Human Nature again and the whole Thriller record, which is basically played by Toto. Toto was like the backing band of Michael Jackson on that record. So great songs, great playing. So along with this video, there are 2 things you can download, and I will link them in the description. The first thing is a tab, because I've had requests all throughout these years. Do you have the tabs? Do you have that? Do you have that? And I didn't, but I took it upon myself to make these tabs right now. And so that's the one thing. And the second thing is a HX Stomp or Helix preset of the sound that I used. Now, I couldn't find the preset that I used back then, but I made a new one, which is like basically the same. And it's even sounding a little bit more true to the original, I think. Because in the video that I did like 4 years ago, I went with a way brighter sound than Luke has on the recording. So this is a little bit warmer sounding, and but it's almost the same. So for this video, I'm gonna do a lesson on how to play the song, and I'm gonna do a little bit of a run through of the preset that I made for this song. So let's just dive in. So there are a few things a little bit different that I played in the video versus how it's really in the song played by Luke. So I did a revision of everything I played, a review rather, and I tried to get the tab as close to the original track as possible. So that's why the video of me playing the song and the tabs doesn't always correspond like 100%. But I'll talk about that when and where it's not corresponding. I'm gonna get the tabs that I made myself, so there they are. Yeah, let's just begin on the intro, like from the top. So that's basically what he plays. So please note that the first time you play this, so the first time is 1, 2, 3. So between the 2 and the 3 on the 8th note, 1, 1 and 2 and the second time is on the 1, 2, 3 on the beats. And there is one thing that I played a little bit different from what Luke does, or maybe he plays it. It's really hard to hear. But what I played is like, and then that, and that note, like the slide from the 4 to the 5 on the D string. I'm not entirely sure whether he plays this like every time. I think he does it the first time, like the first time of the whole song. But I'm not 100% sure. But I kept it in there because I like the sound. It's a little bit of a suggestion of the harmony. All right, let's get on. Let's go to the verse then. That's kind of the iconic. So that's how that's played. And the way I play it in my video, I play like So with all those ghost notes, you know, that stuff. I don't think that Luke played that. I think he kind of basically played... I think that's because when you play all the 16th notes, even if you play them very subtly like this, you know, then it becomes a bit too busy and too too busy, I think. So I think that I played that in the video, but I don't think Luke played that. And there's another thing that's a little bit different in the intros. Yeah, so the ghost notes. Yeah, and the part like that. I think he kind of suggests that he doesn't play that as clear as like that, but it's more like an afterthought. You know, so it's not that apparent. It's more, you know, more suggested or something. And at the end of like the first and the second time, the first and the third time that the verse plays, the first verse, it's a little bit different from what I played in the video because. Okay, so I'm gonna play it right now how Luke plays it. So like that. So like the end of the first and the third repeat are a little bit different. So let's get on to the chorus. So I'm not gonna explain like first finger, second position, G string, because that's why the tabs are there. So if I would do that, this would be like a 1.5 hour video, I think. So let's not do that. Just get the tab or slow down this video and look at what I'm playing. So the chorus. And in the chorus, there is once again something that I played differently in my video than it's actually been played by Luke in the track. Because I think I played like something like that. But when I listened back to the original, I heard that the high F sharp really kept ringing throughout that whole melody he plays. So, or like almost the whole melody. So that's why I figured he played it like this and not like that, which is also cool, but it's not what he played, I think. So how you should play this is when you're going for that 2 on the high E string, which is an F sharp, you should already bar like the first 2 strings, like the E and the B string. Or maybe the first 3 maybe. So that you are anticipated on that you have to play the 2 on the B string in a few notes. So. And that way, the F sharp up top can keep on ringing the whole time you play that melody. So that's been played 2 times. And then the second verse is like basically what he played the 3rd and 4th time he played the first verse. So no need to elaborate on that. Then the second chorus, Apart from that, it's been played 2 times. Oh, that's the same thing. But he kind of repeats that thing 2 more times. So it's 3 times that thing. And then the last time he plays that, you let the 5 over there ring. And then it's intro again. Back into the verse. So this is going to be verse number 3. Which goes, and there is another variation, because when he does the first time he plays the 3rd verse, it's only so not, so that'll be, you know, so he starts a little bit later as opposed to. All right, so the 2nd verse is like basically that thing. So that's not different from the other repeats of the verse. Then we're going to the last chorus, which is basically the chorus as he played it like the whole time. Only he plays it 6 times, and then after that 6 times there's another where you also let the 5 on the A string ring. And then the outro is actually way different than I played in my video, because I decided to not go for the and of course at the beginning of the outro he doesn't even play like that stuff, because he lets that 5 ring, so he doesn't have time to play that stuff. So he plays. So he doesn't even play the first thing, and I've always also chosen to not play the G on the D string, because it was very clear to me that he didn't play it over there. So he just plays that. And then the second time where he would play this in the beginning, he plays this, which is beautiful, I think. After that thing, he plays again and then he waits a while, and he plays that at like the end of the thing, as a sort of like a fade out thing. So between that and that he waits a while. So it's after a few bars. So that's basically the thing, Human Nature by Michael Jackson. And this is kind of how he plays it. So let's have a look at the HX Stomp preset that I made. Alright guys, so let's have a look at the presets. There are only 5 blocks, so let's begin at the beginning and then work our way through. So the first thing is a compressor. So I used the Deluxe Comp, which is a great compressor, and I don't think I adjusted like anything to the settings. Maybe the threshold to make the compressor a little bit more sensitive. So that's a thing you should play with when you hook up your own guitar, because the output's probably different from my guitar, you know. So that's something you should always look at when you're playing somebody else's presets like this. But hey, it's fun. Then the chorus, I don't think I change all that much to these parameters as well, only the mix, because normally it would be at 50%, but I didn't want as heavy of a chorus because I don't think that Luke has that on the original recording. So yeah, then there's no amp involved, but there is the Studio 2 preamp involved because he played this directly in the board, so he didn't use an amp or something. He plugged straight in. So I tried to emulate like the mic preamp that he would have plugged in. There is a low and a high cut on there, and I've adjusted the gain and the level. And yeah, so that sounds also great actually. Then there is a doubler, which is very important. I think the guitar Luke played sounds very stereo in the recording. So that's why I thought I gotta use the double take, the signal doubler on this. And I think that does a great job. It also creates some movement and some like pitch things and stuff. So that's cool. Then we're closing the preset with a reverb, a hall reverb, because they were the 80s, and I think that digital reverbs were used a lot in the 80s. So that's why I chose the hall reverb. It sounded the best as well. And also the reverbs were, I think, pretty bright. So that's why I used the low cut and the high cuts like very high up, because I wanted to have a very bright reverb that can cut through. So yeah, that's it basically. So that brings us to the end of this video. So guys, you can download the preset via the link in the description. The same goes for the tabs. You can download them as well. They're not free, but they are a very small price, because I want you to just go and, oh, I'm gonna check that out, and just, oh, I'm gonna buy that. You know, so it's not gonna be expensive. So if you like these kind of videos, please hit me up. Also talk to me in the comments about whether you think or not I can close with the sound or with the tabs. And please like this video or engage with it in any other way, because that really helps the YouTube algorithm. Please like, please subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so much. There will be more videos like this coming soon. So please stay tuned. Alright guys, thanks. Bye.